What's going on, guys and gals? This is Larry, TJR Sim. Today I'm looking at Dirt Rally and the new Tarmac update. Also talk a little bit about the force feedback, since I haven't made a video about the force feedback. Basically, I've been trying to get a good setting for it and just having a difficult time finding a force feedback setting I liked. So I found something. There's on the race department forums there's a NERVE version 2.2 force feedback setup, and it works really well. It gives you a lot of the details in the road surfaces that you don't really get from the regular force feedback update. But just looking at what I got set up now, I went through. Of course, you want to do the advanced settings and turn your soft lock on. That's really the only option you really need to mess with here for your advanced wheel options. All the other options, just kind of leave them at default, all your dead zones and stuff, but you do want to turn on your soft lock. So that's that one. Oh, you know what? And here's a nice effect. It has numbers here, so you the buttons here. I didn't notice it before, but now when you hit a button, it lights up on there. Of course, it actually actuates that number, but like I hit number 1, that doesn't do anything, but you see the number 1, what button it is on your steering wheel, which I was kind of having a hard time in the beginning figuring out what button was what, because I don't remember. I just know I got a Fanatec steering wheel, green buttons, red buttons, purple, you know, they're color-coded. So games like The Crew actually color-coded their buttons in the menu system, so it was a lot easier to figure out what button did what. But, you know, after you use it for a little while, you pretty much reach and have no issues with it. But anyway, nice addition. I didn't see that before. See, advanced vibration and feedback. Now, self-aligning torque. These are the settings that I end up with. 100% there. I didn't like it really much more because it was kind of too. It was just too much. It was too springy, feeling up a higher setting. Wheel friction. To be honest, wheel friction and tire friction, I don't feel a difference either way. I don't feel a difference if it's at 0 or if it's at 150%. And I've played with all of these individually, turning everything off and just playing with one at a time, and I can't tell what wheel friction or tire friction does for me. You know, I know what it's supposed to do as far as what the setup says it's supposed to do, but I'm not feeling feedback, and I'm not feeling a heavier wheel from the wheel friction, and I'm not feeling the tire friction when it's rolling over the pavement either. So now the ones I do feel the most is the suspension. And now I'm running the Fanatec Club Sport version 1. It may be different if you have an even more sensitive wheel like the version 2 Fanatec wheel, but in the version 1, I like my suspension between 130 and 150%. Now when I'm running the update, the force feedback update without any tweaks or consumer mods, I leave this up on 150%. I like it a lot more. I can feel the road surfaces a lot more. I can feel when I come off a jump and my tires compress. I can tell which tire compresses first and bottoms out, and then the other one. You can feel that yanking around, especially on gravel and stuff, a lot more. Now you don't get a whole lot of feedback, especially on tarmac, between the like 10 and 2, 10 and 2, you know, when you turn the wheel. So it's pretty dead there still, even after the update. But the suspension, if you're not feeling a whole lot of road surfaces, crank yours up to 150 and see if you like it. So tire slip. Now that's just when you're spinning up your rear tires. That's all that is. And really, it starts to get muddled with the other effects after a while. I can turn this up to 150% for me to actually feel what it's doing. But once you're in the heat of the race or the stage, you don't really notice it. It's not something really pronounced that comes out at you. You're like, oh shit, I'm spinning the rear tires. You really notice the self-aligning torque because your back end steps out and your car's steering into it for you automatically. That's really what you notice the most. So the tire slip, it's a nice addition to have it. It's just not pumped up enough to make that big of a difference. Even at 150%, it's still pretty weak. Collision, that's nice. That's pretty spot on at 150%. You know, really, I think at 150%, the strength of it should be set at 100%. And I think they need a ×2 on everything on this, just to start off with. But the collision, and I'm generally the person that likes less is more kind of thing, so you feel everything, but it's hard to feel some of these. But collision is one of those you don't feel unless you have a wreck. Then you feel you hit a tree, you hit a sign, rock, whatever. That's when you feel the collision. So you can turn this up to 150% all day long, and it's not going to mess with any other your settings. So I leave it up at 150%. When I wreck, I want to feel I wrecked. So soft lock, another one of those, makes the steering a little too springy up higher than 100% for me. So I leave it at 100%. It seems to work pretty good. Now, when I run the NERVE 2 force feedback tweak, I end up running everything at 100 because it's just that much stronger. You don't need everything up to 150%. And now I have experimented with these, moving them up. Collision, you know, it's not really needed at 150%. I still run it at 100, but I will go up to maybe 130 on suspension and collision, just to see the difference. And it was pretty pronounced, but it was kind of overkill really at that point. So I'd suggest 100 for all of these if you're going to run the force feedback tweak, which I'll put that link in the description for you to check out to go hit that one up. So, but right now we're just running straight feedback setup version 2 from Dirt Rally, and let's go check it out. All right, I'm going to just go to custom event Rally, and you will see the new Germany one. What is that? Bomb holder Germany? If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. Although I do have German in my background. Okay, so let's see. Of course, you got all the weather. I'm going to do this one here long. Do a nice pretty day. Now, you do get a new 1970s car, which is pretty cool. The Opel Cadet. That was a new one to the mix. And as far as other cars I believe we got one group. No, we didn't get a group. I don't think we got a group B. I don't have the new sign up on here no more. Forgot. You have to go back and look at my blog. Group B here, you did the rear wheel drive. These both are new cars. I've been playing with the Opel Mana 400 a lot, and I really like it. I have not tried out the Evo yet, and I have not tried out all the 12 different course configurations in Germany yet either. So my driving may vary. And see, we didn't get anything on Group A, but we did get this F2 kit car. That was pretty cool. They got the seats and the Peugeot. So Peugeot. I'll get it right here in a second. Anyway, some nice little libraries. I like the Olin's one. Anyway, so we're going to, oops, backed up too far. We're going to go ahead and do the one that I've been playing with a little bit. And that's the Mana. And I'm running my Track IR on here. It runs fine. I did notice with the newest updates that the Sim Experience software is not working for it, for the vibration and stuff. So I'm sure I have to go back and check the forums there. Oh, did you hear that beep? That's a pretty nice little addition. So it beeps to let you know when you're ready to advance to the next screen. So that's pretty cool. Let's do this. And I'll talk a little bit during my shakedown, so we tell you what I'm feeling. And we can compare it to the other force feedback.
3, 2, 1, go. 200 junction.
Still feel good vibration off the line from that tire force feedback, but nothing going straight. It's just pretty dead in the water until you start turning, and then you start feeling the counter torque on your wheel, which is nice. Some vibration there. Oh yeah. Don't hit the rock. Split the rocks. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just going around you, okay? And when you dip your tires off into the grass, man, it really gets slick. You do feel the cobblestone, but not as apparent as I really would like. Now, if you're using the force feedback tweak, yeah, you definitely feel it a lot. That is nice. You feel some good compression of the suspension on the front end. I could tell which tire hit first. I'll actually turn my wheel a lot of times just so I can feel a different effect. Could feel the cobblestones pretty good there. I feel them more when my wheels turn than I do if it's straight. Nice feedback to the wheel, going through these little sections here, up and down. It feels like, you know, you're going up and down a hill. Now, if you're someone that doesn't like your force feedback to be clouded a lot with what the road surface feels like, stick with the oops, went down to reverse. Stick with the stock setup, because you know it's kind of, it doesn't cloud it, you know. Oh, that's a good feel there. It doesn't cloud it with a bunch of road surface feel. So, oh shoot, they put that there so you don't cut. Hey, and the helicopters, we got helicopters. But yeah, it doesn't cloud it hardly at all. Actually, it's pretty numb feeling as far as that goes. So it's just nothing but counter steer reactions. You feel when the cars turn in. It helps you turn in. It helps you make a slide. Pretty nice. Whoa, shit. I guess they figured I just killed everybody, so they restarted. I don't know this track yet, this course yet. I do like this car though. Man, it handles good. You know, and I thought that now you can feel the going back and forth of what I'm feeling here, but you can feel when you get off into the side of the road a little bit, you do feel that feedback. And you do feel the tires spinning up there too, through the wheel. That's really when you feel the tire surfaces, is when you're real slow or your wheels turn, and you'll feel that chatter. As far as just going straight, it's, you know, this road's pretty smooth. You know, you don't feel that much. I would somehow think, unless I was driving in a Cadillac, that I would feel a lot more than I am. But I'm not in my grandma's Cadillac, so I should be feeling a lot more road surface feedback. I do feel the jolts, which is nice. A lot more pronounced, it seems. Especially right there. All in all, the force feedback is really good. It's a great addition that the team did. I really like it. Nice chatter through there when I bounced out of gear and back into gear. You could feel it regain the traction. Oh, I'm working. Now right there, it totally counter steered itself. I didn't even have to turn back into that slide. You know, the wheel just did it, which is awesome. That's really what a real car does. So as far as that, it's a win-win for the feedback. Same there, I didn't have to turn the wheel back. It came back itself. One thing I would say for the oh, and I did feel a lot of the road surface through there too. It's just not pronounced enough. As whoa, sorry I killed a few of y'all. Just not pronounced enough, the road surfaces. I would like to feel a little bit more jittery and gyration going on. Nuances of the road more. Oh shoot, that rock saved y'all. That's pretty cool. Nice feedback. But you don't get that extra nuances and feel unless you use like the NERVE mod. Sorry, it's hard to talk and drive at the same time. Now this grass is slick as all get out. And I'll just recover because it's a pain in the ass. Get off the grass sometimes. You really gotta baby it. All these turns. So yeah, if you want to feel a huge amount of feedback, try out the NERVE 2.2 version. It does add a lot more immersion factor to the game, although, you know, they are definitely on the right track so far with this update, and really like it. It's funny how sometimes the consumer can make something so much quicker on the side, but we don't have the overhead. This is like going down a country farm road here. This is pretty cool. Oh no, you got to pretty much drive with one hand on the wheel and the other one on your e-brake. My Fanatec e-brake is getting its workout. This is awesome looking. Oh shit. Yep. Got a little bit up in that dirt and spun out. Really? Alrighty, let's try this again. Hey, my grandma could drive better than that. I don't know where this is going, so I'm being a little cautious. Just checking out what kind of tree that is. Live oak, maybe. Shoot, I didn't know where to go. See that intersection, I'm thinking I had to turn left. Oh no. That's there so we don't cut. I should spray paint that neon orange or something. Yeah, once I learn the track more, I'll get better at it. Yeah, we survived. Alright. So that's my look at this run here with the force feedback and the Tarmac setup, and just kind of comparing between the two as far as if you're going to use the NERVE force feedback tweak and the just the stock force feedback. They're both great. One adds a little bit more, well, the tweak adds a lot more immersion. You're feeling your wheels shake back and forth, even on the Tarmac. You take off and your front wheels are spinning, your rear wheels are spinning. You know, you get that left to right gyration in your wheel from that, which is pretty cool actually. But and the Tarmac is way more pronounced with the mod, so pretty neat. I like them both. I can drive just as horrible on either one that I use, but and you can get in a pretty good rhythm with them. You know, I went back and tried some tracks that I was a lot more familiar with, and I was able to be fast with either one of these mods. But you tend to have to work a lot more in your settings to get that same feedback as the mod from the stock settings. But like I said, it's what they fixed was really the important part, and that was the counter steering effect here. It works for you and not against you now, which is really awesome. Nice turn. Not really. Oh, whoa, barely made that one, huh? Alright, guys and gals, hope you enjoyed this look at Dirt Rally and the force feedback and the new Tarmac update. Man, them guys have been busy, haven't they? Hitting us with updates, seems like every month. It's already been 3 months, and man, time flies by when you're having fun. So I look forward to the new stuff, which, by the way, the new stuff they're working on will be Rallycross, so that should be pretty fun. Get some other cars in the mix, banging them around. So, all right, till next time. Hit the like if you like this. If you don't like it, hit dislike. Won't hurt my feelings. I'll just know what to improve on. And share if you care. See you later. I'm out.
Jump.